First of all, I think what we're doing with financial education and what you're doing on the show is just so important, not only for the millennial generation, but for everybody. But I think this HSA, health savings account thing is a hidden gem. Most people think about it as, well, that's what you get when you get a high deductible plan. And it's true, it's paired with a high deductible plan.
It has to be paired with one, right?
It has to be paired with one. But the benefits are huge because the contributions are tax-free, the earnings are tax-free, and the withdrawals are tax-free, which makes it one more tax-free tax break versus IRAs. So some financial advisors say, before you do an IRA, you should be doing these health savings accounts.
I mean, you're talking about the average retirement health care spending of $280,000. That's in present dollars, obviously. These have to be earmarked for those purposes, but it's an obvious way to save for a cost you're going to have down the road. Actually, it turns out a lot of people are in them already. We were looking at the figures, and the participation of millennials, those who are eligible, is something like 80%.
You got a lot of millennials in there, but they need to contribute more, and they can have others contribute, employers can contribute, but they need to know that they're portable. You can keep them all the way through to retirement. You can spend on, millennials don't think about this, but you can spend on, the Medicare insurance policy. So put it all in there because you're going to be able to use it all the way through and not lose it.
All right. If you're one of the people who has not taken advantage, see if you can. While you're here, I want to ask you about the jobs market. You guys do a bunch of great surveys, which actually had lately showed some deceleration. This morning, then, we get the jobless claims number, which was fabulous. One of the best readings we've ever had for this country. Can you dig beneath the surface a little bit? Tell us what's going on in the labor market right now.
The jobless claims hit nearly a 50-year low. I mean, this is really huge. And, compared, when you put the consumer confidence index, which has bounced around a little bit, but remember, at really historic highs, and the leading economic indicators very high, I think what you see here is that we have gotten to a great place in our economy. Now, we're projecting at the Conference Board that the GDP growth will slow. It will come down closer to 2 than 3 by the end of the year. But I think that's what you're starting to see in the numbers, that people are saying it can't get much better than this. We're really at historic highs, very high levels of employment. But you still see people come off the sidelines, and people going from part-time to full-time. So I think that there's still labor supply out there.
Is there an issue with, because the biggest concern for the market right now is any sign of a slowdown in employment and growth and so much else. Are you seeing any signs of a slowdown, A? And if so, does it seem to be from a shortage of workers, as we were just talking about, or a mismatch, or any of those things?
There clearly are labor pressures. Now, the pressures come in various skills, and ironically, it's blue-collar skills rather than, the old college graduate skills, which is where you've seen them in the past. And then there are regional skills. I mean, the coasts are more pressured than some of the interior of the country. But you put it all aside, and you're starting to see, supply, demand, and the function is price. So therefore, you're seeing wages rise, which is actually a good thing when you talked about that with Walmart and Amazon and everybody else. So that's great for a quality of living.
Yes, and that's one sort of the last piece that would really point to a vigorous economy, is to see that go consistently higher.